Guys, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today I have a special guest, artist that now he's an artist. He used to be a friend back in middle school that
Facts.
I came out. I remember I started middle school and it was like a brand new school. I had come from another state, and he was like one of the first friends that I've had, or like the group of friends that I had within that school. And so it's just pretty cool to see how at this age I've seen my friends evolve, and that's why I'm so excited for this interview, because I'm like, dude, like, let's catch up, let's do this thing. And now he's also doing his own thing, so we're gonna touch on that. If you guys are tuning in, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and hope you guys stay till the end of the video. Lando, how are you, man?
Bro, I'm doing good, bro. You know, agradecido. How about you, bro? How you been?
Been pretty well. You know, me and Gio used to all three of us hang around.
Facts. That what was that? Sun Valley and the bus stop right there,
Rivergate, I think.
Yes, bro. Throwbacks.
Yeah, a lot of fights happened there.
Bro, everything crazy, bro.
Like it was
Lexington Green area, right?
Lexington Green.
Oh,
Lexington
you were there too, right?
Yeah, Lexington Green. Yeah. That's when I started meeting my boy. 96, ahí fue donde yo conocí a 96, like the Sedgefield days, because you remember I went to Carmel Middle School, and then I went to Sedgefield, and also went to Quail Hollow. That's how I started like getting to know a lot of people. Like now, like la gente de hoy, así como conozco mucha gente también, you know, porque like, you know, I just went to 3 different middle schools. Mm-hmm. You know, like siempre yo estaba en problema, you know how it was back then.
I didn't know you went to Sedgefield.
Yeah, I went
what
to
years
Sedgefield.
did you go to Sedgefield?
But to be honest, I went, I think probably my 7th grade. That's when I transferred to different schools, because that's when it was Sun Valley, and then moved to Lexington. And then, you know, that's where, like, I guess the...
I didn't know you went to
You went to Sedgefield?
Yeah, I went to Sedgefield, too.
Really? Oh, sure. But you were, like, a grade under us, right?
Nah, I think 2 years under.
2 years? Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
But tell me, like, why'd you move around so much? Because, like, I would see you one day here and then another day over there. But I don't know if that was because you were getting in trouble or what it was.
Bro, to be honest, bro, like, I feel like it was more like, you know, tú sabes, como estamos pequeños or whatever, but I guess it was more like my mom's decision, you know what I mean? Kind of like of her wanting to, like, move around, you know, like, check out different areas, you know, and then, but I did get expelled from...
Where?
I'm trying to... I don't think it was Carmel Middle School. It was probably... Yeah, I think it was Carmel Middle School.
Why?
Bro, I was just a troublemaker, you know. Back then, it was just... I don't know, man. Tú sabes, la escuela nunca fue para mí. I used to love school, but I don't know. At the same time, it was like... Nah, man. I was in a whole different... you know, mindset back then.
And you know, me and Gio, I feel like, have always known you've been into music. Also, you know why? Because you were one of the first people that had like Guitar Hero, and Hero members did a lot.
Bro, dang, Guitar Hero, that used to be the game. Bro, I used to have the whole setup too with Rock Band too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, bro.
I remember you had the like red guitar or something like that.
Yeah, I used to have a crazy setup, bro. Like bro, that used to be my thing right there.
Yeah, I fell in love with Guitar Hero. Yeah, when I would go to your house.
Yeah, I was always into music, to be honest, you know. Pero como te digo, o sea, al fin del día es como like, it was more of like, when am I really gonna feel comfortable as like introducing myself an artist, like get in the studio and stuff like that, you know. Like, but music has always been like with me, you know, like growing up, you know, like yo siempre like escuchaba las canciones de Daddy Yankee, Tego, you know, yo los imitaba a ellos, you know, like I'll get up, you know, like all that, bro, like, you know. So it always been like side of me, pero como te digo, like, es como que it's about taking that step, you know, that leap of faith, you know, of like, you know, starting to get comfortable, you know, like, because, you know, empezando como artista, you're like, damn, like, do I really sound good? Like, you question yourself a lot, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, I feel like you always had the confidence. Mm-hmm. Like, you were always out there. You were always macking on girls. You're always like palling up everybody. So I feel like you need that essence to kind of like be an artist. Yeah, but like, what kind of stopped you from putting your music out there, or what was going through your mind?
Or what was that process like before you actually took that step?
I mean, to be honest, como te digo, es como más como que yo, like, no era como que, like, lo que me paraba era como que, like, como te digo, mi voz. Like, yo sabía, like, mi voz, I'd be like, you know, like, I sound good, you know what I mean? I don't sound bad, because, you know, like, I'll hear from, like, you know, other people. They'd be like, yo, you should start doing music, whatever. But, like, honestamente, like, where I was, like, stopping, I was like, I wanted that attention, but at the same time, it's like, I know that comes with a lot, too, you know what I mean? It's not just, like, oh, I'm going to get behind, you know, the mic, like write a song, like, you know, whatever, record a song and just put it out there, you know. Like, I always knew that it came like with a lot, you know. It's not, because this whole thing about being an artist, it's not, como te digo, no solo de estar en el estudio, grabar y sacar, you know. It's like a lot of steps to it.
What are those steps to it? Because I also think about, just like anything else, it's kind of like, are you gonna starve whenever it's necessary, you know, like, are you gonna be there in the bad moments? Because the good moments, okay, everybody sees that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whenever we see the highlights of artists like actually blowing up and stuff like that, we see that. But like, it's kind of like, I take an example, like artists like, let's say like Mike Towers. Mike Towers was rapping for like 15 years straight before he ever got recognized. So like, what has it taken for you to kind of like be in the position you are currently in now?
So, como te digo, o sea, es más como like, it's all about, the music comes down to the investment too that you put in your career. Because like, you can't just go like grab a YouTube beat and record on it and like soltarla, you know, like, no, tú no puedes hacer eso. Mucha gente hace eso, and it's just like, that's not the right way to do it, because like, bro, like, at the end of the day, like, each song is like a lottery ticket, you know. As an artist, each song is a lottery ticket. So cada canción que tú sacas, like, bro, it can blow up. That's the shit that can take you out the shithole, you know.
Yeah.
So like, el proceso, like, me personally, el proceso mío, like, now that I'm like investing money and like, you know, estoy trabajando con, you know, con un buen equipo de trabajo, like mi productor, like, he's like my producer, he's worked with Bad Bunny, Farruko, like, you name it, he got like names on there, his belt, you know. So ever since I started working with him, that I made that investment, when I was like, yo, I'm gonna like actually make the investment, because like, all my songs, like the beats, everything is like, I own everything, like the rights, all that, you know, like the beats are made from scratch. They're like no YouTube beats or nothing. Everything is made from scratch. So it's just like, como te digo, like, you know, like, registrarte como artista. For example, I have BMI. There's ASCAP too, you know what I mean? That's where you register yourself as in, like, you know, your songwriter, producer. That's kind of to kind of cover your ass from, you know, like I said, if a song goes big, like, when it comes down to splits, like, you know, that's where everything is like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, this is it's like an ID number that you have basically as an artist.
Like, who owns what?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Who owns what? So that way, you know, like I said, like, you never know what song's going to blow up. If a song blows up, like, this song is making 20 million, like, at least you're covered, you know what I mean? So, like, that's one of the very important steps as an artist. Like, you know, like, make sure you get your BMI account or ASCAP. You know, you decide what you want to go with.
And did you know that before, or who taught you these things? Like, did you
my
grab
producer,
a mentor?
yeah, my producer, Karlov. Shout out to Karlov. He's been, you know, he's been helping me a lot with my career. Like, he's actually one of the like persons that, you know, has actually got me to the point where I'm at now. You know, like the knowledge that I have now.
And would you say that, like how you talk about, like, now you made the investment to get a producer, the team that you have now, like, you guys are like flowing better? Oh, yeah. So how important is your team to you? Like, do you go out and get some big name and invest it fast, and you get rid of the people that were there before you? Like how does that work?
To be honest, like, you know, el equipo que tengo, like, you know, to me is very important, you know, like, ¿cómo te explico?
Where did they come from too? Like, because I bet they came from like, you come here, and like, let's smash up.
So Karlov, I'm gonna talk about Karlov because he's one of the main ones. Like I said, that's like important as in like my music career, like as in, like, you know, coming to writing songs and all that.
Okay.
Like, he's I met him through a mutual friend, but he's also Honduran. So, you know, like that fact that he's Honduran, whatever, like, we really got to vibe. You know, it was like, that was like, oh shoot, you know, it's like, you know, hondureño. So, like, you know, it was just like. La conexión fue así, you know, rápido. Because, like, Karlov, he's the type of producer who will, like, ¿cómo te explico? It's all about the vibe in the studio, you know. Like,
you guys don't match. You guys,
yeah, it's like that's why I haven't really worked with another producer, because it's like, when I'm creating a song, it's all about the vibe. Like, you can't, like, he even says it too, you know. It's like, you can't really, like, make a song with somebody and force it if the vibe is not there, you know what I mean? Because like tiene que haber una conexión, una dinámica también.
Well, whenever you say vibe, is it like him supporting like what you're doing? Is it like him putting on the right beat? What is it like?
It's more about, like, I guess, him understanding my style, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to really, ¿cómo te explico? Like, since he built me, like, as in, like, where I'm at now, like I said, like, with all this beats and everything, like, he knows what I like, you know what I mean? Like, we just go in there Y como te digo, like the beats that he got, like it's crazy, you know, like yeah. So it's like I said, it's all about. Yeah, it's hard to explain because it's just like you go in there, like it's just automatic. It just flows automatically, everything.
Yeah, because that's kind of what I've heard, like, or because you're like feeling the music. It's not really, it's not something like you really write down, because then some things are like spontaneous and it just comes out of nowhere. And
because there's been a lot of times where, like, because for example, I have a studio here in Charlotte too. Like, you know, there I go record the ideas. Like sometimes I go there and like I probably go through like 5-6 different beats, you know, from YouTube, just because that's what I kind of do, just kind of like create ideas here. And then I go to Miami because all the songs that I have, I record them in Miami. So
why there?
Because that's where my producer is at, Karloff. And also like the vibe, you know what I mean? Because normally we always get like a nice Airbnb, you know, like, you know, or like by the ocean, you know, something like some dope.
Oh, so it's like a whole process of like
creating
hey,
the setting.
Let me change my environment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me go into this setting, because I mean Miami's a whole different story than Charlotte.
Yeah, it's a whole exactly. Like, you know, I'm not saying like, I mean, I love Charlotte, you know, we grew up here.
Yeah.
Pero allá como que like, I don't know, it's just, you know, it's
different,
things rolling, you know? Just rolling. Like we go out to the club, you know, like, you know, it's like we do a movie and then we go to the studio. It's like we did like for that last EP that you guys heard, Le Doy. For that EP, we did that one like in 2 days. Those 4 songs.
But and how does the production of the music go on in your head? Like do you say, okay, like I just came out the club, I'm gonna go to the studio at 4 a.m? Is it some at a certain time that you wake up and you're like, I feel good today? Like,
yeah, it's like, you know, it's all about feeling. You know, like I say, it's all about feeling it. You know, because like sometimes when we're out fresh out the club and it's just like, you know, everybody's lit, so you just be like, yo, let's go to the studio, let's see what we come up with. You know what I mean? Because like that whole like after partying and stuff like that, it's cool. But to be honest, I'd rather go to the studio and record something once like I see everybody's like lit, everybody had a good time, everybody's energy's up, you know. So it's like take advantage of that and then, you know, put that energy in the studio.
Oh, that's how you kind of do it?
Yeah, that's like, you know, some of the songs, that's, you know, that's up there. We've done some of the songs, but, you know, that the last EP, like I said, that one was done like in 2 days. We did the EP, like, you know, for como una campaña, we got this like nice Airbnb, like with the pool in the backyard, like, you know, it was like a whole vibe.
Okay.
And yeah, like, so each song, you know, like, I basically tell Karloff, I'd be like, yo, like, I want to do a corrido tumbado. What do you think? He'd be like, let's get it. And then we do it. Like, that's the thing about, you know, like, the producer that I have now is that, for example, like that one, like I said, my last EP, The Main Reason Volume 2, viene a house, viene el Brazilian funk, which is Le Doy, y viene un reggaeton, and then what's the other one? Yeah, corrido tumbado. So yeah, like that one, I just told him, I was just like, yo, like I want to do this, and that. Like, you know, let's do like this different flows. Like, let's get it. And then he just starts creating. Like, that guy is crazy. Like, you know, watching him work, getting his own is just like, oh, it's crazy.
And it sounds like he doesn't shy away from like the experimenting new things, right?
Yeah, he don't. He'd be like, I'm down with it. You know, it's like, because I feel like me as like to the level where I'm at now as an artist, like, I feel confident about myself because, and I hear from different people too that tell me, it's like my sound, like for example, my corrido tumbado, it sounds like Lando. My Brazilian funk, it sounds like Lando. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have my original sound, if that makes sense. You know, no me escucho como otros artistas, whatever, they're already out there. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of hard as an artist too, you know, to kind of like find your own sound.
Yeah. And we heard that EP, and that's the EP where like that's your most recent one too, right?
Yeah, it's the most recent one.
And me and my brother were like just talking because I had watched your music video, I think one of the music videos that you have, and from where you were at before to where you are at now, dude, I feel like you could hear it in the music engineering, you could hear it in your voice, like, oh yeah. Like you'll come up with the, like I was like, bro, yeah, like that shit gets it going, like little stuff like that. To me, I associate with artists, like I'm like, okay. Like he did this like snapping noise or like or something, and
it'd be the little things that you'd be like, wow, like, you know, like it'd be those little things. And that's why, like, you know, that's why I say, you know, like where I'm at now is like, I know here in the next like 2 years, like I know it's gonna be like a different Lando, you know what I mean? Like you might hear like, you know, it's most likely gonna get different sounds, you know, because like como te digo, like as an artist, you know, like, you know, tú vas subiendo, you know, it's like you can't really stay there, you know. That's why, like, with this last EP, like, I really challenged myself to do, like, different genres, you know. Like, I was like, I'm gonna try it out, I'm gonna see how it sounds, and, like, I mean, come out, you know, dope.
And what did you do to put yourself in, like, different, like, because it's house, and then it's a corrido tumbado, and then it's, like, a dembow, like how does that creative process go back and forth like that?
I mean, to be honest, like, yo escucho, like, I listen to everything. Like, I listen to, like, all types of music, you know?
Okay.
And then, like, if I listen to a song and, like, I get motivated by that song, I'll be like, yo, I want to try that style. Like, you know what I mean? I want to try it out.
Like, let me try that shit.
Yeah, like, I'll be like, yeah, that shit sound hot, you know what I mean? So, like...
But it's always going to sound like Lando.
Exactly, but you're going to get that Lando, you know what I mean? Like, I'll listen to it, like, you know, I'll get, like, the reference, whatever, but it's like... But, yeah, that's how I come up with all this different, you know, like, for example, like I said, my last EP, that's how I came up with it, just by, like, listening to different songs that I was just like, oh, go hard. The house is it, because, like, you know, for example, at the club, because, you know, this, you know, at the club, they're always playing my songs, and you hear them at the club, you be like, yo, like, it's fire. Like,
they do sound good at club music, yeah.
And how do you get yourself into, like, the club scene? Like how hard is it? Like, what do you have? What credentials do you have to, like? So is it more like networking? Is it?
So the way I started, like, yo personalmente, yo empecé, like, I was back in high school. I think I was on South Mac, and then I was with my boy Rubio, and I know he Farruko was coming to Escapade Independence. That was, like, back in the days.
Oof, yeah,
and then my boy...
Yo, you took me back.
Yeah.
Yo, Escapade used to get so damn lit.
It was crazy. It
was the spot to be at.
Yeah. I'm surprised the dealership now. I looked at it. I'd be driving by there, be like, damn.
Dude, that parking lot is so damn huge. It could host mega parties.
Yep.
The place looks small, but it used to always be surrounded by cars. Dude, that shit was crazy. Good. Independence changed already.
Yeah, it's different now. Yeah. So my boy Rubio hit up the promoter, which at that time, if I could remember, it was Ponce Entertainment, but it was my boy DJ Wiz who was doing the marketing for the event, you know.
For the Farruko event?
For the Farruko event.
So there's a whole team behind every event that happens.
Oh yeah, it's a big, yeah. Well, back then, yeah, it was, because back then it used to be more of, like, promoters or, like, people that, you know, they were able to afford artists back then, you know, because you're looking about, like, you know, like, the artists used to be like 20,000, 17, 30, 40, you know what I mean, like 50 max. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, there was people that had that budget to bring artists like that, you know?
Oh, okay.
But now, you know, the game has changed. Now you have, like, companies like CMN who's buying, like, all these Bad Bunny tours because, like, you know, like, I mean, the guy's charging, like, you know, millions. You know, it's crazy how, after COVID, how everything went up, you know? Like, all these artists, like, you won't find, like, the cheapest artists you probably find nowadays is probably, like, you know, I can think top of my head, probably, like, 100, you know, 120.
Wow,
dude, that's crazy that you mentioned that because you're right. And music, concert tickets have gone up.
Yeah, like,
and we just are out there just, like, paying it, like, oh yeah, sure, have it, and we don't know what's happening in the background that big music companies are buying. I didn't know that companies bought tours.
Yeah, they buy the whole tour. They'd be like, for example, like, I mean, this is just an example. They'd be like, oh, mira, Bad Bunny, like, we want, like, you know, 20 dates. Like, we're gonna give you, like, 6 million. You know what I mean? Like, boom, he takes it, and then they get the whole tour. But, you know, like I said, it's already, like, big companies. You know, it's not like your local promoters doing those type of parties anymore.
Yeah, so going back to Escapade then, whenever that was happening.
So, yeah, so my boy Wiz put me on. He was like, you know, he put me and my boy Rubio. He was like, yo, if you guys want to promote, come promote. And I was like, all right, bet. So I was like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was just
you just threw yourself in there.
Yeah, I just threw myself in there. I was like, yo, I was like, you know, so...
Didn't that ever scare you though? Like not the, like, you're like, who the fuck am I gonna meet? Or, like...
To be honest, like, not really, because I always knew like I'm always like, you know, I'm always like good vibes to everybody. A lot of people, like, you know, fuck with me and stuff like that because, like, you know, like, I'm cool, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people like piensa que soy creído.
Okay, let's talk about that. Yeah,
but I'm just confident with myself, you know. I'm just Lando, you know. But like, if you talk to me, like, I'll be like, yo, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, But if you don't talk to me, like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not, like, it's like whatever, you know what I mean? But, like,
yeah, what you get is kind of what you give back.
Yeah, exactly.
To,
But I feel like I'm always respectful with everyone, you know? I'm not really, like, yo no me creo nadie. Like, I'm just me. Like, I'm just doing music. I'm a normal person, you know? I'm, just doing my thing, just trying to make it out. That's it, you know?
Do you feel like you get hate because people see you in a certain way?
Yeah, I mean, como te digo, it's just... I think that's normal. That's part of the process, you know? Like, that's... Eso siempre va a estar ahí if you're doing things right. You know what I mean? If you're not getting hated on, it's like you're not really, doing things right. So I feel like there's always going to be that group of people that are going to, like, hate. But that's normal, you know? I really don't pay mind to that, to be honest. That's one of the things, too, because, like, it's like you can't really put your mind into that porque tú te envuelves en algo and then you're like, pierdes el enfoque, Like, hasta te puedes desmotivar.
Yeah, that stuff eats at you too. Like, sticking to that negative stuff.
Yeah, like it can get to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it can get to you. So, yo por eso, like, I just be like, I don't really put my.
Yeah, starts questioning like, damn, what am I doing? Or like, you start judging yourself before you even do anything.
Which I like como like, like you say, like las críticas. Mm-hmm. Like, a mí me gustan las críticas because I'm be like, yo, like, maybe, this wasn't good. I could do it better. You know what I mean? Like, I love cuando la gente, like, son críticas buenas, you know what I mean? Because there's different, hay gente que te critica, like, que te insulta, you know what I mean? But, like, si tú me criticas, like, yo, like, mira, like, you probably could have done this better, but, it's still good, but, you could, you know what I mean? Like, you be like, all right, bet, I accept it, you know what I mean? Like, cool, like, I respect that.
Criticism, yeah.
So back then, I went into that concert, and I didn't even know I was going to meet Farruko. That's probably one of the first artists that I've met. Mm-hmm. It was Farruko, and it's crazy because like Farruko to me, like I like Daddy Yankee, he's cool, like he's the GOAT, but like Farruko I feel like has been one of the artists too that que like él siempre viene con diferentes estilos también, you know what I mean? Like he's like
Nena Fichu, dude, it's because I can remember that his whole style has changed completely. Like he used to do the little mohawk and and even him doing that was like so out of everybody else's idea and I kind of used to laugh at it too, like like today you look at it and it's like, yo, like that little mohawk, but he used to come out with bangers, so he kind of became kind of like the guy.
Yeah, exactly. So yo lo vi, like, como te digo, like, lo conocí todo, whatever, like, we got a picture or whatever, and then, like, I seen him, like, to be honest, like, this is what made me be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start doing music.
What
the fact that I seen how he performed, like, all that, because that's probably one of the first concerts that I attended, like, at a club, whatever, because high school, I was probably like 17, 18. I was
Dude, you're 17, 18, dude.
Yeah, like, so, like, I was just like, yo, like, this is dope. Like, the whole movie, like, I really, like, I was like, that's dope. And then the rest is history, like, that's how I kind of got connected with different people, like, from there. And now I'm just, like, I do parties, like, at the clubs and stuff like that. So, like, así fue como empezó todo, like I said, the rest is history. That's basically how I started getting into the club scene. Like through that one like concert that I was like promoting and stuff.
Did you meet different promoters that like kind of supported your idea at first? Was it easy or was it like a journey as well? Because we're talking 8 years ago, right?
Yeah. So I wouldn't say que era difícil, que se me hizo difícil, because things just kind of played out pretty well for me. Because like I said, like after that Farruko, like there was also other concerts, that this promoter did. So and then like he stopped doing parties, and then I started working with this other company, and they opened me the doors, you know what I mean? Like, and the crazy thing is like I didn't even like ask for it, I just met this guy at the soccer field. We were playing soccer, and then he was just like, yo, what are you doing this weekend? I was like, oh, I'm probably just chilling. I don't know. I don't have nothing going on. He was like, you want to come to this concert at Label, which is World now? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I went to that. Okay. So I went to that concert. Excuse me. I went to that concert, and then from there, he was just like, yo, you want to start working with me? And then from there, that's when I went to that concert where Bad Bunny came here back in 2016, where Bad Bunny was charging like $6,000 a show, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
Yeah. That's when. So I met.
Where was that? In Greensboro? No,
it was right here in. It was here in Charlotte in Label.
Really?
Yeah,
He
this
charged
world now.
$6,000.
Yeah, six. It's between 6 to 8,000. I don't have the exact number, but I know it's not.
Bro, I should have brought him to my house.
Yeah, what was his most popular song back then?
He
Do you
only
know?
had
Soy peor en Diles.
Diles. Yes, yeah, those two songs. This guy, my boy, he basically bought the whole tour. Like I said, he bought the USA tour. He gave him. I don't like I said. I can't really think the exact number. I'm just like throwing a guess out there. Like he probably was just like, hey, I give you 30. Let's do a USA tour. And then they did, they went like, and then
that's like betting on him though. Like,
yeah.
Like you, I see that people grow the most whenever you can bet it like on people, because like right now, it's kind of like I invited you because I like your music and I fuck with you, so I'm betting on you. Like I believe in you type shit. So it takes people like that in your circle to say like, hey, I actually believe in you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I believe you can actually do it. So it's like big artists never really make a name for themselves if it's not people betting with them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even like let's say like out of your producer, it's like you probably have friends too that like are betting on you. And,
yeah, for sure.
And like, do you feel like that's like that motivates you?
Yeah, I think it motivates me like because como te digo, like I don't want to like. One, I don't want to let myself down because I'm believing in myself. You know what I mean? Like I know I can get there, but I know I also have a team behind me that's also like like you say, they bet on me. You know what I mean? They like están creyendo and todo. So it's like if I don't do this right, if you know what I mean, I'm just not letting myself down, but I'm letting my team down too. But like I feel like the team that I have now, like the reason why I have the team now is because they see the way that I am. Porque yo tengo mucha disciplina en lo que es la música, you know what I mean? Like, if I have to, like, stop doing something to go to Miami because there's something going on, like, I'll do it, you know what I mean? Like, I did it, like, I was hosting in Pilos, in Wynwood, and also Centro, in Miami.
Where are they?
In Miami.
Oh, so you've been you've hosted also in Miami?
I hosted in Miami. I hosted in Miami.
Oh, shit, how'd you get those gigs?
To be honest, through my manager. Yeah, he hooked me up. Jamil, my boy Jamil, hooked me up. He had a mutual friend too. They had connects down there. So it's all about who you know.
It's all about that networking. Huh?
Yeah, all about that networking. You know what I mean? Because I feel like esto de la música también, like, I feel like it's all about being at the right moment with the right people. Because
it all happens at once, dude. I'm not an artist myself, but I just seen it to where like this guy has been working for 15 years, but then he got his moment like to actually shine. It's just like having that tenacity to like work those 15 years to like now you blow up, and then it's like another level of like working hard.
Yeah, it's like you unlock like you unlock a next level, and I was like, all right, now you gotta come in harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, even harder.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the difference doing shows in Miami and to, like, here?
To be honest, like, allá fue mi primera vez. Because we did a weekend rundown. We did
in Miami?
Yeah, we did Friday and we did Sunday. So, I feel like the vibes that I got from Miami is, like, I mean, normally I always party in Miami. So, it wasn't kind of, like, something new. But it was new to the point that my name was in a flyer. You know what I mean? Ooh. That, like, oh, Lando's here. You know what I mean? But the reason why I love Miami, is because like over there is so much talent too. Like that you be like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
really,
it's like a lot of talent in Miami. Like, yo, in every corner, like you'll find somebody. Oh, you're artist. Oh yeah. Like everybody's like, there's like studios everywhere in Miami. That's how crazy it is over there. But I feel like the crowd over there, it's like, to me, since I'm not from there, it was dope because you see new faces, like you new people. You know what I mean? Like. Compared to here in Charlotte, like ya como que ya conozco a todo mundo, It's like
Is it the same in Miami? Like you see the same faces in the same clubs?
No, there's porque allá mucho turismo, so allá like it's always like always
people
bro.
coming
like,
in and out.
Bro,
right?
like allá yo conozco gente be like, oh, I'm just here for the weekend. Oh, where you from? Oh, vengo de Argentina, vengo de acá. You know what? You be like, oh, damn, that's crazy, Yeah, so that's that. I met a lot of people too, from like que me he tenido conectado that they're from like Argentina, Chile and stuff like that, like different artists that they're just there for the weekend. It's like boom, all right, what's your Instagram? Because like I say, like it's a lot of humble people. Like people over there, they're chill. Not saying like the Charlotte doesn't have humble people, but I'm just saying it's just like a different vibe.
Yeah,
it's just different.
Everybody knows Miami.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, even Charlotte, I feel like sometimes there is kind of like that animosity to kind of like... Look, I feel like your closest circle aren't going to be the people that support you.
Mm-hmm.
The exterior world, everybody else will root for you. But, like, your closest circle, though, and like, I'm not saying it in a defeating way, but it's just, like, reality. Like,
no,
like,
that's facts.
Like, your friends are not going to be the ones playing your music. Mm-hmm. Like, awfully, that's just reality.
No, it's true because...
It's outsiders. It's people that don't even know you that are playing your music. And it's over here people that know you that are, like, criticizing it in the bad way, not even the good way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like, to be honest, like, eso yo lo vi cuando yo canté and... so going back to when I started doing music, I had I performed in New Jersey, Wilmington. I don't know. It was like this little tour that I did for like, it was like dos fines de semana. And the fact that I went out there and like, but back then I wasn't even Lando. The main reason I was Lando Society. That was my name back there.
Lando Society.
That was my name back there. So. Like, cuando yo fui allá y cantar, you know, like, la gente como que, like, me pedía fotos. Like, yo, like, what's your Instagram? And I was just like, yo, like, this is dope, you know? Like, people actually, you know, like... And that's when I started, like, realizing this, like, you know, your hometown is not really going... No la gente que te va a apoyar, you know, los que te van a apoyar son los de fuera.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I like going to Miami and stuff like that. Because, like, every time I go out there, like, you know, I get that love, you know, from people. Yeah.
It's not until after you make it big.
It's like once you make it big, everybody's in Charlotte. It's like, oh my gosh, Lando, you're gonna say Lando. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? But you know, eso parte del proceso.
How do you fight with that though? Like just like as much as we're talking about the highlights about your life, highlights about what actually has formed you. Let's talk about the bad parts. What are the bad parts for you, or what have been the bad parts in the few past years?
To be honest, no. Es que como te digo, a lo like cosas así, a lo negativo eso, like, yo no le pongo mente, you know. It's like I feel like throughout my career I never really like had downfalls, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I've been very consistent. Como te digo, like a lo negativo yo no le pongo mente, you know. So it's like even if I'm having a bad day, whatever, stuff like that, like it only gonna last me 20-30 minutes, you know, and then, you know, I put it to the side. So yo siempre, like, por eso te digo, like, yo siempre ando positivo, you know. I'm never really worried about, you know, como te digo, like, lo negativo.
Negative.
And
where do you plan on taking your, like, what are the next steps to take your career, like, to the next level, or what are you planning next?
So right now, actually, we've been at the studio a lot. But, you know, like, the EP we're listening to right now, my goal is to release those music videos for that EP. I feel like me as an artist, I've been slacking a little bit on my content on social media.
Okay.
So, you know, that's my focus right now here to, like, you know, a fin de año, you know, just kind of like get my content out there, you know, and stuff like that. But music wise, like, you know, creando música, todo eso is like, it just, you know, crear diferentes sonidos, you know, I really don't see myself just in one genre. I see myself, you know, doing everything.
Really?
Yeah, like that's the type of artist I want to be. I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm a reggaeton artist. Because I feel like nowadays, for you to make it, because there's a lot of artists that are doing, like, you know, diferentes ritmos. Like,
goth,
you know, so
rock.
Yeah, so it's like
rock music.
fact, like. So yeah, so it's like, I feel like it's the new wave now, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like los nuevos requirements as an artist. Like, you gotta be able to do different sounds, because if you only want to do reggaeton, it's gonna be harder to make it up there.
And what's your, like, and talking about, like, different styles, like, do you feel like you make more Spanish songs or more English songs?
I haven't really done English, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I never really done English. I do, like, want to do an English song. Like, I want to, you know, maybe try it out.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, at the moment right now, like, I haven't, like, really thought about it, like, put my focus into it.
Porque el palabreo es diferente, like, el ritmo es diferente, porque cuando me empiezo a hablar en español, es diferente, like, when I'm talking in English.
Yeah, of course, es diferente, yeah.
You get a little different flow.
Yeah, I feel like en el español yo, like, you know, tiro el sazón, you know what I mean? El inglés is like,
Le falta un poco
cool.
de seasoning.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Okay.
like it's there, but like I'm not comfortable with it yet. You know what I mean? But like it will get there. You know, sooner or later.
Yeah, the Spanish sounds pretty good, to be honest. I mean, and the music
Yeah.
you make in English maybe wouldn't sound as good as it does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right now, I'm actually working with the English artist. You know, we have a song.
Okay.
So like I kind of put him in a reggaeton beat, you know,
Okay.
English, and he sounds good, you know. So I'm just like, you know what, like that's dope, you know. I might have to do some dope, you know, in English. But you know, like it's like I said, it's gonna get there, but it's not like a priority for me right now. But you know, eventually it's gonna get there, you know. Like I know I'm gonna come up with something sooner or later because, like when I create music, like you know, it's like you know I don't really plan like I'm gonna do this today, you know. It's just like I said, just more like getting in the studio and just flowing through it, whatever comes out, you know.
See what comes
Like
out.
something gonna sound in English and I like it, but that's staying there, you know.
Yeah. Dang, like your journey's been crazy, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, it's been crazy, but you know, like, you know, I've been blessed, you know what I mean. Like, gracias a Dios, todo se ha dado bien. You know, never. So yeah, but
Going back to like, what was it like doing your first event? What was the experience for you? Did you feel like you conquered, or did you feel like you kind of needed a little bit more? How do you play out your current sets? You know.
so I feel like for the shows, like for my first show,
Mm-hmm.
since I grew up in the whole like since I started like promoting concerts at first.
Mm-hmm.
I would kind of see how everything is set up. You know what I mean? Like I see how, like, because I'm the type of person like every time I have a show, I have to do sound check. Like a lot of people just try to go in there, whatever. Like I have to do sound check. I have like my playlist and everything. I have like something that I call halftime show where I bring girls to the stage. They start shaking, you know, ass, whatever. So you know, I kind of like
It's a whole thing, right? It's a whole show.
Yeah, so I feel like como like artista que like you know to new cities like you know que no me conocen. But back to your question though, my first show, it was like I said, like I feel like I did good because like I said I had that lineup. You know, I was kind of prepared. I prepared myself. You know, I did rehearsals.
But you know that's good that you do that because then that adds value to the show. Because if you're just gonna go out there and palabrear your song, then you really don't give any essence to like the whole experience.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you know, it goes back to what I was saying because like mucha gente, they're like, oh, who's this guy? You know, they don't know my songs. I know they don't know my songs. You know, so it's like I always like normally like yo siempre hago like dos canciones, las canto like about. I don't sing the full songs. I sing like about like a minute and 30, you know, of the songs, like the first two songs, and then you know, like obviously in between songs, like I feel like I never been like shy on stage, you know,
Never.
like only the first 30 seconds. Like,
Okay.
but once I'm already in there, like you know, like, I'm already singing, like yeah. Once I'm in the song, like I'm like, I bet like I'm here. It's my stage, you know, it's my time.
Those lights don't like scare you. The people watching you, like una cara, like
Honestly, like no le pongo mucha atención. I try just to be like yo, like en mi mente, I be like, yeah, I'm in my room. I'm performing in my room. You know, I'm in my room. You know what I mean? Like I don't really try to como like enfocarme mucho. Like you know, like I wouldn't say enfocarme mucho on the crowd because I do focus on the crowd because obviously like I gotta see the reaction of the crowd. But like no le pongo mucha mente. You know, like as in like you know like oh yo estoy en mi
Yeah, like oh he looked at me funny. She looked at me.
Yeah, exactly. I really don't be. So yeah, like you know that halftime show, that's where I normally get a lot of engagement from the people, because that's why I bring people to the stage. Like I said, I bring like 4 girls, you know, and
like random girls from the crowd.
yeah,
or
random
like,
girls from the crowd. Yeah, you know, I'll be like, oh, where you from, whatever. They be like, oh, de Honduras. I be like, oh, ¿dónde está mi gente de Honduras? You know, like people get crazy.
Yeah.
So I feel like right there, that's when I'll be like, all right, the crowd is mine. You know what I mean? Like make I need a crowd. So that's why I finish like with. Normally I do 3 to 4 songs. So after I do that, I finish like with like my like the hardest song that I feel like I have at the moment. You know, for example, back then when it was my first show, the hardest song that I had was Te Visto. Te Visto is like, you know, like probably like everyone's favorite, like from that first EP that I released. So from there, you know, like yeah, like cause you know the song is a vibe, the beat, everything is a vibe, the lyrics. Yeah, como te digo, like we go back to you know what I was saying, like you know, cause my first show wasn't even here in Charlotte, it was in if I'm not mistaken, it was in Greenville, South Carolina. I love Greenville. Greenville, South Carolina. People are amazing out there. People like show love. It's crazy.
How far away is that?
It's about an hour and a half. It's not too far. Yeah, it's not far. An hour and a half. So yeah, and then like como te digo, like
what was the club?
Aquarius nightclub.
Aquarius,
yeah, nightclub, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
and why do you say they show love as compared to like what here in Charlotte or like in those first few shows?
I feel like es que como te digo, like since I'm in the club scene, like you know I do my Friday parties at Oak Room.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like la gente me ve like bastante, you know. So it's like, oh, we know Lando, cool, he makes music, whatever, you know.
Oh,
the
he's
people
here.
from like you be there.
Okay,
I'll see him Friday. You know, we party with him Friday over there. You know,
and I'd go even far as to say that they just say like, oh, I know Lando to be there. Like, it's not really like to like, cause like I know Lando and I know his music and I fuck with it.
Exactly. Solo como para decir, oh, I know him, ¿me entiendes? So like you know, cuando voy para afuera, you know, mucha like you know, la gente they don't even know I do parties here in front. You know what I mean? Like people just don't know nothing about me out there. So it's just like the music, you know, speaks for itself. You know, people like it. And then, you know, like, just, it's dope.
Dang, dude. And you've also done your own clothing brand too, right?
Yeah, man. I'm doing Nightwave. That, you know, that's something that, you know, de la noche a la mañana. I'm always on everything, man. I'm always like, if I have an idea, I'll be like, yo, let's do it. So, you know, I just like Nightwave, you know, started doing that, my own clothing brand, you know, trying to see where that goes, you know. See where I have a couple ideas there that, you know, I haven't released yet on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I know a lot of people gonna like it. You know, it's dope. You know, I always like to be on everything too. You know what I mean?
You like to be a creative, huh?
Yeah, like, you know, exactly. You know, I like to speak with my art. You know, like, yeah.
What do you say like about like then like cancel culture as an artist? Like are you afraid to say the wrong thing? Is there a freedom in doing your art? What is it to you?
Nah, I mean, just solo como digo, like, no. Nah, I mean, I'm not really afraid of saying, you know, the wrong thing or whatever, you know. Siempre, porque como te digo, siempre lo que yo hago es como que, like, orgánico, you know. And, like, I know, like, I feel like if I feel good about it, like, everybody else gonna feel good about it, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know there's always gonna be that 1%, you know. Pero, like, siempre lo que hago, como te digo, like, es orgánico. So, like, and I feel like I always try to do, like, mi creatividad. Yo siempre lo hago sin como ofender and nada de eso, you know, so.
Yeah, you try to be confident because if you're, like, a little, like, oh, I don't know how people are going to feel about this, then you'll feel it even more, yeah.
Exactly. It's just like, you feel good about it, boom, release it, you know, like, that, you know, let people be the judge.
Dang, that's good then. What can we expect then from Lando? Like where do you feel like you're gonna keep on going? Because we've seen your growth, right? Like the past 6 years. I told you, like I remember that we were in middle school and dude, we were just crazy. Like we were just crazy ass kids. Like
I know, man. I always get suspended.
I know for a fact you never liked school. Like
I did it,
and I was over here being a good kid, but like, and I saw you move around a lot. I was like, dude, but I always saw you as kind of like having no fear, dude.
Yeah.
And that's why I always like looked up to you. I was like, damn, Lando has no damn fear. Like,
yeah, nah.
Like no damn fear of like
getting in trouble.
Yeah. And like, because that's the thing that me as a good kid, I used to see that and I'm like, I like that daredevil side because.
Yeah.
And in the world today, you kind of have to have that like ego, like, bro. Claro. You ain't me and I ain't you.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the type of shit. So it's like, where are you headed? Like, are you gonna make new music? Like,
so right now, here, like I said, right now I have like about 6-7 songs that I've recorded.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, those are my focus right now. But I also have some collabs that are crazy. You know, they're. Next, I'm gonna start collabing more with people.
Okay.
Because I always been that type of artist that I'll be like, first I gotta build myself up. You know what I mean?
Make a name for yourself.
Yeah, because like I can't just really go in here and just collab with somebody. Like if I feel like I'm not where I want to be as an artist.
Ooh, why is that?
Because I feel like when you start collabing like with artists or like you know on a higher level than you. like the conditions are kind of more, they lean towards them. Like they're gonna put the conditions, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna be like, we're gonna do this and that. You know, you're gonna pay this much and that for a collab. So, you know, that's what you're gonna get as in like, you know, an artist that's, you know, trying to make it, you know. So that's why like I feel like now that I'm like growing and I'm starting to get there, it's like now I'll be like, all right, you know, we're both doing something. You know what I mean? Like we're both.
You guys are both as equals.
Yeah, you got your producer, I got my producer, I got this, like you got your. You know what I mean? Like I'm more like, let's say strapped. You know what I mean? Just put it like that. Like I'm ready. I got my team. You know, like I'm doing this and that. So it's more like we're gonna collab. It's like it's gonna be a 50-50 and this and that. You know, I'm gonna put my rules. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna put your condition. I'll put my condition. You know, because like in this industry, man, like if you're not really careful, like people can fuck you over pretty bad. Like, you know,
really?
They can step all over you.
Do you feel like people have gotten to that point? Like que tú, like, alguien te ha querido taking advantage of you because they see you as like a newbie?
They,
and you got...
like, artist to artist wise, not really. But, yeah, artist to artist, not really because, como te digo, like, I haven't really reached out to do collabs, you know, like to other artists that are like more there, because like I have the connects to be like, yo, I want an artist with this, I mean, I want to collab with this person, but you know, it's gonna be this much, you know what I mean, like it's gonna be like blah blah, you know what I mean. But that's why I go back and say is like, you know, I want to build myself as an artist first, like crecerme yo un nivel donde podemos trabajar, like, you know, we match. Just because you're up here doesn't mean like, you know, come and see, you know what I mean, like step on me or whatever, like. So yeah, you just gotta be really careful, you know. It's like I'm very picky too with who I record, but actually, like for example, the main reason, like me, I'm Lando, you know. The main reason to me is like my crew, like my label, you know what I mean, like eso lo mío. And then also I'm working with other artists, you know. I'm working with Jaciel, Monty, and Marcelo. You know, I got collabs with them, but those are like more like my boys. You know what I mean? It's like collab with my boys. It's more like hay más confianza, you know what I mean? Like, yo sé que si, like, you know, we all can come to an agreement, like, you know, when it comes to, like, releasing the song and all that, you know, it's, like, more chill. Because, like, it's within my circle. You know, like, I do have collabs. Yeah, right? Like, I do have collabs, like with my boys. Pero ya así, like, con otros artistas que yo no conozco, like, you know, que no hay mucha confianza, okay, you know what I mean? Like, nah, like, you know, not really, but but I am gonna start collabing here, you know, next year. That's like, you know, one of my goals, you know, starting to collab with with different artists from, you know, Dominican Republic, you know, Puerto Rico.
So is it gonna be like a new set of like also like music then, like dembow?
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah,
yeah,
for sure, yeah.
Dude, because I'm telling you, bro, you fucking kill it on the beat and on the rapping part. I was like, damn, I was like, that should go hard.
Yeah, bro, I'm trying.
And like you said, once they played in the. Because you could play other music low or you could play it loud. And you really hear the essence of music whenever it's loud as fuck.
Yeah.
Like whenever it's bumping, bro,
yeah,
you're
like
you feel that. Yeah, you feel it in your fucking heart. And it's good. Dude, I think we might have to cut it, but before we do, I always ask people like, you as an artist, like as much as you've grown, as much as you've seen, what type of advice would you have given yourself to a younger version of yourself, or even just like any life advice to the younger version of yourself? Like I knew how crazy you were whenever you were younger, but like, what would you tell yourself? Like would be one life advice to where like you're like, okay, I learned this out of life, or I've learned this out of my experience.
Something I'll say, not to rush things, you know. Don't rush it. Like, todo a su momento. Because, you know, I feel like back then, like, yo see, like, I wanted things now. Like, you know, I want to do this now. You know what I mean? And then throughout the process, like, you know, like, when I would rush things, like, you know, things would come half-ass. You know? They wouldn't come the way I was expecting it.
You would rush your music before?
Yeah, like, I would be like, yo, like, I want to, you know what I mean? Like, I always want, you know what I mean? I always want to, like, because, like I said, like, pero you know, eso fue parte de aprender, a mi aprendizaje. Que, you know, like I said, you know, just don't rush things, you know, just flow, just let things be, you know. If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. That's it, you know.
Dude, I appreciate it. And any shout outs you want to give before we cut it?
Bro, shout out to my boy Carlo, you know, producer, Marcelo, my boy Jamil, you know, he's been doing a great job managing me. and my boy Haciel, Monty. You know, the whole main reason crew. You know what I mean?
Dude, shit. I appreciate it. Where you gonna be at tonight?
But tonight I'm chilling. You know, I was doing a little cookout. That's it. Normally I'm only going out Friday nights because those are the nights that I do the parties out there at Oak Room. So you know, if y'all want to slide by, you know, come through Oak Room. Every Friday night. Come catch the vibe. Yeah.
Okay, shit.
Yes, sir.
I think Oak Room. It's Latin Friday nights, right?
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay. And so you kind of rest on the weekends?
Yeah, I try to rest on the weekends. You know, because the whole driving trucks and stuff like that. You know. Try to get some rest.
Damn, dude. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. And hey, if you guys want to check out Lando, the main reason, and his music and his handles, I'll have it down in the description below. Lando, anything you want to say before we cut it out?
I just want to say, you know, shout out to everybody who watched this episode. You know what I mean? We're here. It's your boy Lando, the main reason.
Hey, and guys, you want to say anything before?
Like, comment, subscribe.
I'll check you guys out next time.